Good morning, everybody. Today I wanted to introduce you to my camp box version 1. We got a flip-up table here. I'm gonna make me some coffee this morning and also some toast. So let's get at it. We're gonna start by boiling some water. I'm using this electric water kettle. This is the first time I've used it in the Subaru, so I'm only out for about 2-3 days, and so and it's really cool. It was in the 40s this morning. I don't even know what elevation I'm at, but we're not gonna have any issues with the cooler. I got those ice blocks in there, and I don't think I'm really gonna have to run the fridge off my battery. So that's what's gonna allow me to boil some water and make my toast. I only have one plug. It's under here, so I'm gonna have to switch that out whenever I go ahead and make my toast. But the point of this video today is I wanted to show you my camp box. I wanted to show you the little shelf I have up top, this fold-out table. I mentioned also I was going to make a drawer, and here's this drawer. It's got utensils, it's got my spatula, lighters, I got a utility knife in here, scissors and salt and pepper, and so this works out great. I made that little drawer out of coreplast plastic. It's like a sign material, and I just took these two what are these called? These file storage boxes from Walmart. They were $6 each. Oh, we're boiling. If you see some steam, so we're good on the water. That was really quick. That maybe took 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and switch the plug out. I'm gonna go ahead and make my toast, and once I get back, we will go over, I'll kind of close everything up and get some close-ups of my camp box. We'll be right back. All right, breakfast is all done. It was a 2-toast day. It's really nice to have some warm toast in the morning along with your coffee. So that's all done. Let's show you the camp box. Okay, so, once again, I wanted to show you, I have this piano hinge that I attached to a piece of little wood I had, and I have this little bungee that keeps this from flopping around while I'm driving. It's kind of next to the back door, so I just didn't want it kind of rattling around. So this easily just pops down, and I can lift this up, and I have the same scenario I had with the Prius. I just have this little 2x2. I think it's like 1.5 by 1.5, and I just place it right here. And remember, I have this little screwdriver. So I took my previous slide out and I just cut it down because I couldn't have a very long one. This here just kind of, that screwdriver goes through a hole and just goes into that wood, and this just supports on the bumper right there. I have a little tape down there to kind of protect my paint. I was thinking about getting a little baby sock or something to kind of put there, but for now this will support like a stove. It fits the little butane stove I have perfectly. And it'll, I can put my jet boil over here. I can, and earlier this morning you saw where I had my water kettle. I heated up water here this morning. And then also I have that slide out table. But back to this camp box. This, I have another bungee that I have attached to some paper towels. Maybe I can have a little bracket that just has like a little rod here that just holds this thing, so I don't have to worry about this here. Let's get the water up top. So this little panel just sits up here while I'm driving. I want to raise it. The problem I'm having is, I'll show you exactly. Let me move this out of the way. Let me lift this up. Let me set this down. Let's put this back, and I'll put the water up top. So the problem I'm having is the water, I can't, it's kind of at an angle. I don't know if you can see, it's kind of like this. I kind of want this to be able to slide around kind of higher, and then I can actually kind of, I just think it'll work better. So I kind of want to raise this shelf up. And so I'll do that in version 2 of this camp box. So that's the shelf and my water for now, and I can move my water out here to, you know, rinse my hands or do some dishes or something like that. In a previous video, I mentioned I kind of had some dividers in here. I just felt those dividers kind of restricted what I can kind of throw around. So I removed those dividers, and I can cram a few more things in here. Here, let's, we're gonna quickly remove some of this stuff, and I can show you what I have going on here with the shelf. Oh, there's my Tony's. Drink mixes. Okay, I have a shelf down here. I put about, I don't know, let's see, about 75% of the way down on this crate. And so I created that shelf, and so it raised everything up, and it allowed me to have room for my drawer. This drawer slides out. And you know, I don't have it on slides or anything like that. And I can only use it while the table's lifted up, or I can just quickly lift the table, pull out the drawer, and get what I need. I don't need to put the stick up here, the support. But yeah, here's my drawer. All this was a piece of coreplast. I kind of cut it and I hot glued it together. But as you can see, I got a few things in here now, not a lot. I can still add more things, and as I discover, you know, more things I need, I'll throw things in there. But you know, spoons, forks, knives, spatulas. I got a can opener. I was missing that on one trip, so now I can have a permanent spot. But yeah, that just slides in, and there's a little lip right here that kind of holds it from sliding around, and it's almost exactly the same depth, and so it doesn't slide around a lot. Also, when the water's in, it doesn't slide, say, this way. So this is my solution for a drawer right now, and I think that works perfect. Okay, on this bottom crate, I cut probably about a third of it off the bottom to allow me to have some storage underneath for, you can see my frying pan, I got a pot, I have some, like a little bowl plate thing, and I can store some, you know, Ziploc bags and such down here, and I got a larger plate down here as well. So I'll work out what I can fit in there, and I actually, this shelf here is the same shelf that I used for this support, or that shelf there. It's like almost 12 inches. It's like 11.75. The inside of the crate's 12, which creates a small little gap. I don't know if you can see this little gap here. It doesn't come all the way. But that's fine. It worked for me. It was a shelf that I had laying around the garage I wasn't using, and so I was able to repurpose it for the bottom and then for this right here. So these mods on this camp box, I think, are working out. If you have any comments or suggestions on how to make this a little better, or have an idea for an addition or whatnot, this piano hinge that I have right here was on Amazon. I bought 2 of them. It's 12 inches long, and I bought it for $8. So the crates were 6 and 6, and the hinge was 8. So we are at a $20 camp box. Is that about right? $20 20 bucks ain't bad for this little camp box. Oh yeah, also, because of if I was putting a lot of weight out here, I didn't want this thing to tip over. So what I did was, let's show you what I did. I attached a piece of this dye bond material to the bottom of one of my crates, and I slid it underneath my fridge. And that keeps this from tipping over, so I can put tons of weight on it and it doesn't tip over. So that was my solution for now on to keeping this from tipping out of the car. I hope you got some great information on my new camp box. Like I said, once again, comment down below, let me know what you think, and I'm gonna keep improving this camp box until it's just right. So I hope you enjoyed. See you next time.